Greetings one and all, and welcome back to the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle series. We are going to be concluding this series with the last one to come out in 2000, and that would be Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle 4 for the Game Boy Color. And just like before, you get starter password, so let's just go ahead and get this going. But yeah, this is just some basic plot. I mean, you guys already know what's up by now. Since Bugs finds a map and tries to get the carrots. Then again, he always has had a one-track mind. But yeah, now that I am back from my hiatus, let's just go ahead and finish this series off. And right away you'll notice the map is kind of like Super Castlevania 4, where you're actually spending more time just trying to get into the castle, as opposed to actually being there. And this first level is very basic. The controls are a little bit tighter in this one compared to the third one. I know in the third one I had some problems with its slipperiness, but overall this is pretty solid. One little note is you do have to press left and right instead of holding up or holding down to go. And this first level is very basic, just to get you used to everything. And just like before, you're collecting all 8 keys and getting to the exit. But there are a few changes. The biggest change is that you have to go into there and open treasure chests to get them. Right now it's okay to deal with, but sooner or later those are going to be rigged with traps, and you're just going to have to be aware of those. The other biggest change, and in my opinion this makes Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4 awfully easy, is the fact that you have a health bar. And 3 hits and you're dead, and you kinda know how that goes. I found that to be a pretty reasonable amount. I mean, you weren't gonna go to 1 or anything, but 3 is just fine. Another thing is that you can switch between the gun and the balloon bomb, and you just do so by pressing A and then use B to trigger the trap. And let's see, the last one should be up here. And just like before, you can shove things into people and then drop them on them. And that's how you end up getting kills in this game. Extra lives are a little bit harder to come by, but like I said before, it's really not as bad. And there are 13, I guess, worlds in the game, if you want to count them as worlds. Or sections, however you want to put it. But I figure if I should knock off this entire first world in this video. And, see, I actually decided to do this live because, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to get back into things. And, just make sure I kept it simple this time. And, I think what I did here was that I ended up going to this, part a little bit too early. I ended up getting health back even though I didn't really need it. But either way, what this mushroom thingy does is that you jump on it and you just make sure to use it. It actually does replace the up panels. I mean, you don't have to get those things, but instead you actually have to jump from below in order to get to those, or to use that mushroom as a trampoline. Right there was a choice door. You could either gone left or right. I decided to go right this time. Later on, some of them are actually going to be rigged with traps, and then some of them actually give you option of picking different weapons. But the good news is you should never really run short on weapons. I mean, at least not until the later levels. And one of the reasons I did take my time with delaying the recording or whatnot was that's because of my schedule the way it was, and you know, this has kind of been a recurring theme with me. I should probably do something about it. Either way, this leprechaun's slow, easy enough to avoid. And also, that one's asleep, so it's actually easy to sneak by him. Let's see, is this supposed to be the last one? I might have actually missed one. And actually, no, I didn't, because the last one's here. And just like the third one, you can actually pause to look around. Except this time it actually doesn't show you where the enemies are. which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it, or depending on what happens to you. And since I don't care about getting hit, I would have walked right through them, but I just didn't have to. The password is just the same as usual. At least this time they replaced the O with a full circle. And in this game, you don't use carrots to get extra lives, you actually use carrots to get invincibility. I think it's 10 carrots for invincibility. That big carrot I picked up earlier is worth 3. The smaller ones are worth 1, of course. And here in the third stage, you're just faced with a lot of leprechauns, and they're really not too tough to deal with, just as long as you don't walk into them by accident. And I have no idea why I needed to do that. Instead, I just need to wait for this guy to walk by. And, the thing with these these worlds is that they do a good job of maintaining the diversity in this game. I mean, kind of like the first one, they use different level design and different enemy placement, just makes sure things are mixed up a bit. Because the worst thing you can do to yourself in a puzzle game is just make it the same thing over and over again. And Elmer Fudd is back, and he can shoot you just like the third one. And the thing is, his shot actually goes a lot faster in this one compared to the third one. And yeah, I'm actually gonna be careful for the first time. Even though I probably could have just walked right through him. But oh well. And for this stage, it is important to go down, then up, and then go over. And just let you pass by. Alright, and fortunately the enemies are pretty predictable. The only time you're gonna end up getting in trouble is when you either get caught off guard by a rigged treasure chest, or end up... Actually, screw it, I'm just gonna walk through them. Yeah, see, this is the thing with having a health bar. I mean, if it was the first, second, or third one, I'd actually have to try to get that one. But instead, I could just do that. And you know what, I don't feel like getting hit twice, so I'm not going to. Yeah, I should probably take the trampoline. And this is the annoying thing about the leprechaun, is that since he can't fall asleep, he can, guard the spot that you need to get to. But fortunately, with enough, uh-oh. Yeah, that's me getting shot again. Well, good thing I had that health bar. Anyway, this should be the last one. Yep. So let's just go ahead and get this finished off. Fortunately, getting back into the swing of things shouldn't be too tough. I mean, all I had to do is just record at a regular rate. And one thing that is gonna annoy me is the fact that you go up those stairs a lot slower than you did in the other 3 games. And, yeah, really with this stage, or with these early stages, it's just making sure you explore all the areas, as well as making sure that you take everything that you can get. And what I just got was a balloon bomb, and one thing that really did annoy me during the practice runs is how you had to have an animation for inflating the balloon bomb. Even though in the other games all you had to do was just press the button and it would drop. So instead, there should be a Daffy waiting around here. Yep, there he is. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, see, I just want to lead him out here and then inflate this. And, I actually did get myself in trouble a few times because you have to, accommodate for, Daffy running into you while you're inflating the thing, which I actually ended up getting killed once in the practice runs because of it. Basically, I would try and trap him, and then while I was inflating the damn thing, he would run into me, and then it actually didn't count as me inflating the bomb. And that happened about 2 or so times, and I ended up dying because of it. But yeah, that's just the funny things that you don't see. Even though if you didn't have your fill of failure, well, I've got plans for the future that will change that. But, let's see, where do I have to go now? I think I have to go down. So, where was I? I need to go up here. Because this is the first part where it is kind of easy to get lost. And, getting lost in this game actually isn't as big a problem, but I mean, like, around the third world it does become a problem. And, let's see, I need to go here. And I should go down here, because I think that's how I missed another key. Assuming this actually is a key. Nope, it's just a health refill. Fortunately, they are pretty generous with health refills in this game, so you really shouldn't be sweating for health unless, like I said before, you go into the third world, which we'll get into soon enough. Just as soon as I let Elmer Fudd walk by. And again. Alright, now time to fail at disposing of him. Yeah, I haven't played this game in a while, so I am fairly rusty with it. And that's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh well. And right there is a 1-up. So fortunately, like I said before, they're not as generous with lives in this one as they are in the third one, and especially in the first and third one. But at least, since the levels are longer, they do last more. And that's what I was talking about before with the balloon bomb not inflating on me. So I'm just gonna leave that there for Daffy. And you know what, while I'm here, I might as well dispose of the leprechaun too. And yeah, that is something that is gonna be a recurring problem for me throughout this game. Especially since I haven't played this in a really long time. I think the last time I did play this was actually during the same time I was playing Crazy Castle 3, which I think was sometime in 2008. And you are not the last key. No, it turns out the last key is actually down there somewhere. Should be here somewhere. Alright, turned out it was in here. So yeah, it's only the first video and I've already got plenty of editing to do. Let's see, what I need to do is go up here and then read to the exit. Fortunately, the exit is pretty easy to find. And let's just leave that for you. And now we are off to the final level of the first world. And you start off with having to stare down at Daffy. And that's not a weapon. Could have used one of those. Let's see, I think what I want to do here is just bait him into going up and then deal with him that way. Either I'll drop down ahead of him, or they give me a bomb. Assuming I could actually get it to work this time. Okay, well it's actually a lot easier when you have a lot more space to work with. But then again, if this is at least these mechanics actually do fit the level design as well as the enemy speed. I mean, if this was a second game, I'd probably be dead 3 times over. But I do need to get reacclimated to this game. And, you know, this is probably going to be one of those games where I'm going to start off sucky and then just get better as the game goes on. Although I probably should have gotten more practice on it, but I did not feel like delaying this series any further. And, let's see, I actually need to go... Never mind, I don't really have to go back. And, the ghost is actually a recurring character from the second and third one, except this time he can actually... Well, actually, I think in the third one he could teleport too. And right here you need to, drop from above in order to get to that thing. Let's see, I think I need to go this way. And, let's get more keys. That's, no wait, that's health. Then again, this is probably gonna be a recurring theme in this game when I don't know what the item is. Then again, I do screw that up plenty of times, especially in the, well, it might have been the second one. Let's see, do I need to go... Yeah, I mean, I decided to do this one live, but I think the rest of the series will probably end up being post-commentary just because, it's really one of those where I'm not really talking as much about the game as I should be. But then again, at least, this kind of gives me a chance to improvise as opposed to you know, just sounding monotonous all the time. And it is something I haven't quite figured out yet. Just how to differentiate between being interesting and being boring. Like talking about the game without being real boring about it. And, okay, that was actually a pretty lucky break on my part. Right here, I just need to get another bomb. At least the bombs do have their use, but at the same time, I'm not really gonna miss them. And just like before, the the breakable blocks are back, and you need the hammer to break those. And you need the pickaxe to climb over certain blocks. But you'll be seeing that soon enough. And right here, what I need to do is just get over to the right. And not run into Daffy. Yeah, that's actually caught me off guard a few times. But fortunately, I was able to avoid him that time. And right here, you get the option of switching between the gun and the bomb. And the gun's just like the arrows in the second one, and you can use them pretty conveniently. I mean, I find the guns to be a much better weapon, but it doesn't really matter as much. And right there I got 1 carrot. I think I missed the big one, which was worth 3. And you know what, I don't like you. You get to die. Let's see, how far am I? I've got 2. Yeah, I was just checking over just to make sure I had what I needed. And it turned out I'm missing a key, or I'm missing a couple of keys, because it turns out this is where you were supposed to get the last one. But since I was too busy screwing around the top, I didn't get through, or I missed 2 keys. Let's see, how do I... Okay, well that's a pretty convenient way of doing this. I'll just let you run into that. And see, what I'm supposed to do here is, just go to, or drop below into that, mushroom trampoline and then just jump up and get this. So this should be the last one. Alrighty, now that we're done with that, just head on over to the exit. These, first stages are actually pretty easy, but like all the other games, it does get tougher as the game goes on. And you will see that. And of course, I will too. So with that, I will see you in part 2.